Hello and welcome. And in today's video I'm going to be going over how to make a cheap and effective DIY spawning area for your koi fry. Now over the last few years I've used these spawning areas to grow fry like these into about 1 inch in length, which makes them easy to select at this size, as it is the perfect size that allows you to select the higher quality fish. So in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make a spawning area like this, which requires no filter, requires no lights, requires no electronics at all, and is completely electronic free, to grow on your koi fry or goldfish fry. Now I'll be splitting this up into 3 main points for success: the tub, the plants, and the natural food you will feed your fish. Now the first step is the tub or container you're going to use. Now I prefer to use a long but shallow tub like this, just because it allows for easier planting and allows the fry to have a little bit more space in terms of surface area. But you can use any kind of tub. It can be a square tub, a circular tub, just anything over 50 litres is what I'd recommend, depending on the amount of fry you want to grow on. Then you want to choose where you want to place down the tub. I chose a corner here just because it's nice and tucked away and it has a good bit of shade. You want to give a good bit of shade in the tub to avoid algae growing too aggressively. Now you do want algae to grow to a certain amount to allow for bugs, but you want it to stay at a manageable level. Now the next stage is to collect up some dirt. This can be dirt from anywhere, can be from outside, can be from literally anywhere, just some natural soil from the ground. Now the main idea behind this is to give an area for bugs to burrow into and a place for your plants to sort of root themselves into. Now any dry chunks like this you want to remove. If you find any hard chunks, just take them out and soak them separately. But any softer dirt you can add right in. But you just want to go through and check, make sure any hard bits are taken out, and just sort of pick through to make sure there are none in there at all. The idea behind the soil is it allows for a more natural environment like a lake, and this helps the tub naturally filtrate itself. The next thing you want to do is cover this along the bottom and then soak any hard pieces just so they can get a bit softer. This just allows them to be easier spread across the top. Then you want to distribute the soil to about 2 inches thick along the bottom of the tub. Now it can be about 1 inch thick, this just depends on the size of your tub. But you just want to keep adding a bit of soil in. Don't worry about how clumpy it is, it'll quite quickly break down when water is added. And then you just want to distribute it like this. Now once you've got it nice and flat, you can start the next stage. That stage being the plants. Now you want to choose some sort of water plant like a lily pad, a reed, even hornwort, just to allow them to actually survive in the tub. Now the idea behind adding a plant like this is it will actually filtrate the water for you. And it also allows for a sort of area for natural bugs to sleep and sort of feed basically. So what we want to do first is fill the tub up just above the line of the soil, which just allows the soil to soften up and makes planting it a lot easier. Now water wise, I'm using water from another pond I have, but you can use tap water. Just make sure you use the chlorinator and allow the tub to sit for a bit longer than you usually would. But once you've got it up to about this sort of level, you want to turn off the tap and take it out, and then you can start planting. Just want to place the reed on top with about 1 inch below it and then cover it up, and it should look like this once you're done. Now one side should have slightly more soil just to allow the plants to root in slightly better and grow, but apart from that, this is what it should look like. And then once you've done that, you can begin filling up the tub. Now another plant I highly recommend you use is hornwort. The main idea behind this is that hornwort produces a lot of oxygen and provides a sort of bushy area that the fish can hide under. Also hornwort is quite quickly growing and therefore will help filtrate the water a lot faster than any other plants. All you want to do to plant this is just take the stems, pick a point in the soil and just bury the bottom of the stems into the ground, and in no time at all this hornwort will grow massively in the tank, and it will provide a lot of natural filtration and also an area for the fish to hide, since it's quite bushy in nature. Now the final step is to add food to this tank. Now you can choose all types of different food, but my favourite choice is Daphnia and other sort of small invertebrate. Now luckily I have another tank that's already set up, so I scooped up some natural sort of bugs and such from this tank to place into the tank. This includes larvae and some other invertebrate like Daphnia, and all you want to do is let them go in the tank first and just sit there for about a week. That way they can start to multiply, and then once you add the fry, there'll be a natural food source. If you'd rather not use a natural food like Daphnia, you can also use egg yolk to feed your fry, but it's really up to you. But once you're done, let your tank sit for about a week, and then you can add your fish. Now my recommendation is on a tank like this, only let the fish grow to about 1 inch long. That's the whole idea behind these tanks, is it's to grow them to a size where you can select them so you can choose the better ones. And only put a small amount in here, like 20. Nothing too large, otherwise you won't have enough growth space for all the fish. But apart from that, I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next one.